Alright. Getting into it today. Got some interesting shit to talk about.
Yeah, I want all the smoke, even if I choke. That'll never happen. Ballin', bro, ballin' line the hoe. I'm the newest captain, chalking roads. She thought she was bold till we caught her lacking. Be honest, yo, we just started show. You can cut me in the pool, you can fill it up with shots.
Alright. Let's get straight into it. Today, we are discussing this Aaron Hernandez documentary that Netflix has put out. Netflix is putting out better shit than regular network TV is putting out.
Yeah, they really backing some real good shit. This Aaron Hernandez shit, like as soon as it came on, from the very beginning, this shit was hard to turn off for me.
Yeah, it was. So I binged it. I watched all three of them back to back. That's how I did it. Man, so everybody knows the story of him. Everybody remembers the famous video footage of him being led out of his mansion in handcuffs, like out of the blue, as just a football fan, an observer of the Patriots and every other NFL team, but not. I don't read like the national news to that extent where it would tell me what exactly is going on in the local scene where Aaron Hernandez was living, or that he was under suspicion, or that the news was following him, the local news around him was following him in helicopters and shit. I didn't see all of that when this shit happened in real time, right? All I remember from when this happened in real time was that Aaron Hernandez, the Patriots tight end, the other superstar Patriots tight end on the other end of the line from Gronk, was being led out of the crib in handcuffs. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Is he another one of these stupid football players that's selling drugs or something, even though he's rich? That was my first thought back in real time when this happened, right? Then when it came out that this dude was going to jail being accused of murder, I was like, oh shit. So, of course, we saw how everything happened in real time, all the way from him getting convicted of the first murder, him being put on trial for another double murder that happened even before that first murder, him all the way down to the point where he took his own life.
Yeah.
So this documentary really gives you a bunch of details about his life, gives you behind the scenes looks of what was really going on with the fucking phone calls that he was making from prison, or the phone calls he was receiving, or whatever, however he was corresponding. I guess he was making the calls. You got to make the calls from jail, I guess. You can't receive them shits in there. What am I talking about? It's just so it gives you, and it shows you that Aaron Hernandez, he didn't have the mind of a fully formed adult person.
Nah.
That's one of the big things I took away from this documentary, is that Aaron Hernandez didn't have the behavioral pattern of a grown man. He was a person that seemed like his mind was stuck in his teenage years.
When they even said in the documentary that, like, when he did his little like evaluation before he went to play for the Patriots, that was like his maturity level. Like, you know, they give you a test for maturity, and his shit was like the lowest that it could be.
It was a level 1. They showed a little grid and all of that. And I think that him being a superstar athlete had deluded him into thinking he could get away with anything. That's what I think. So let's get into discussing this documentary, going over or glossing over the stories and get into our opinions about the film itself and our opinions about what we think the mind state of Aaron Hernandez was, bro. What do you think about him as a whole?
Aaron Hernandez as a whole?
Yeah.
Um,
After watching this.
Well, in the beginning, I feel like he was already kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
When he got to the Patriots, he already had this mindset that he was whatever he wanted to be at that point.
Right.
But them niggas saying that this nigga was gay, I don't really know about that. I just think he was just gay. That's me right there. My shit good.
Oh, okay.
That shit, I don't know. It's hard for me to say what I think about this nigga, but as this shit really painted him out to be like a cold-blooded killer ass nigga, right?
Yeah.
Mixed with a nigga who really wanted to make sure that his daughter was straight.
Yeah, he seemed like Aaron Hernandez to me. After watching this shit, bro, he seemed like he had two split down the middle personalities, bro, that he could bring out at any time.
Actually, it was like three. It was three, if you ask me. He had football player Aaron Hernandez, who, you know, you see him on the football field, you just think, oh, that's just a player on the Patriots.
And then you right, because then when they showed him in some of the behind the scenes with the Patriots, some of the workouts, they was like he was one of the hardest working players that they had.
Mm-hmm.
But keep going.
Then you got Aaron Hernandez, where he was that hothead nigga who would shoot your fucking face off if you pour a drink on him at the club by mistake.
Yeah.
And then you got
we gotta mention that even though I damn sure think he did it, he got found not guilty of that.
Yeah, but and then you got Aaron Hernandez, who's like
what, the family man?
Family man / a gay, apparently. Not saying
that don't cross pollinate. I don't think him,
I mean, I don't really think but it's just so much that they're saying about him that it's like you gotta put all this shit into categories for me.
Right.
And I believe that the gay and him being with it, like the daughter shit and all that, that's one whole side.
I don't think but if the gay shit is a category, I think it's its own
category. Yeah. All right. Well, you got family man, murderer, star football player on the Patriots,
closeted homosexual.
Bruh. Which, and even with them saying that, closeted homosexual is probably the last part on my list. I'm not saying I don't believe it, but that shit don't really matter to me.
That don't matter either, because a lot of, especially with that other Patriot lineman, the gay white guy who was up here, which I don't know, I don't understand what his use was in this.
Yeah, he was like I don't know why they put him in there, because he didn't help anything. He didn't answer any questions. He just gave his
account of
But this shit ain't about him. It's about Aaron Hernandez.
I guess that he was giving his background to try to contrast it and say that
he was probably going through this and he felt like this, and
or some of the sort. Maybe he was trying to say this is how I dealt with being a closeted gay dude in the NFL. I gained weight. I fucking partied harder. I tried to be a stereotypical straight man. Maybe he trying to say that Aaron Hernandez dealt with his repressed homosexuality by killing people or something. I saw them hinting at that though. I saw them in here hinting at that. Maybe Aaron Hernandez was lashing out and like that because he didn't feel like he could be his full self and be openly gay. So maybe that manifested as him being a psychopath That's bullshit. Bro, that's the narrative that I follow the least. Like, the narrative of him becoming a crazy psychopath because he didn't feel comfortable coming out the closet is fucking ridiculous in my opinion, dog.
Yeah, I don't fuck
Like,
with that.
what are you talking about? Because that they didn't go heavy into that with that type of thought process, but it was brought up. That thought process was brought up like 4 or 5 different times. It's just like the motherfuckers brought that up and skimmed across that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to say, oh, he was gay and he didn't feel comfortable, so he turned into a killer. They didn't want to say it that plainly. So it's like they kind of tried to fucking hint towards that shit.
Honestly, I think Aaron was really killing people from the simple fact he probably felt like he could just get away with it. I mean, you got to think about it from a young age. This nigga Aaron Hernandez has been able to really do whatever. You're a star college player at Florida State.
He was at Florida.
Florida. Regular Florida.
Yeah.
You a college player. They letting you in the club. You underage. You drinking. You doing whatever.
He punched the fuck out that club manager too.
Mm-hmm.
When he didn't want to pay the tab. He just punched his ass in the. I guess Aaron Hernandez is a major part of UF, so that was a UF bar in the college scene. So I guess he didn't want to. He didn't press charges. I'm guessing he didn't press charges because of that.
No, they said it in there that he ain't press charges.
Oh, my Coke at? Diet my Coca-Cola. Don't have niggas in here thinking that I'm getting fucking hot.
Weak. That nigga just straight up, where my Coke at? Damn.
Hold on. Let's
Nigga.
take a fucking reprieve for a second so I can prove the niggas I'm not up in here doing the nose candy.
Weak. Wrong Coke, nigga. Wrong Coke. But back to this Aaron Hernandez shit.
Right.
When I was watching this, it was a good documentary, but I felt like I needed to hear some more opinions that actually was really close to this nigga.
A lot of them were really close to him.
No, but see, they didn't answer the main question I wanted answered.
What?
Why did he do it?
I don't think any of them know. Like, he fucking for sure wasn't talking about it. He maintained his innocence.
The closest I got to why he, the main one in this is why he killed Odin Lloyd.
Yeah.
Then the only thing he said in that through the text messages and shit was that he couldn't trust him.
The closest thing you got to a reason why Aaron Hernandez acted out the way he acted in any of these situations is the guy who he allegedly shot in the face. The what's his name? His last name was like Bradley or something.
Yeah.
I
can't remember his first name.
The guy who testified against him. He just said Aaron Hernandez had a fucking bad temper, and if he felt like you slighted him, he would kill you. That's what he said. If you by that narrative,
is it? Would you say that one was biased because Aaron Hernandez shot him in the face?
I don't know if it was biased or not because because if
a nigga shoot me in the face,
this dude said that he wanted to just murder Aaron Hernandez. He didn't want to cooperate at first, so he said that he wanted to kill him. I don't think that man was a fucking hardened criminal. I don't think he didn't give a fuck, bro. Let's be for real. That man was a fucking psychopath too.
Yeah, he was a criminal.
Yeah, like
he went to a bar and just started shooting that bitch up.
Somebody shot him first, though.
Yeah,
but the way I look at it with Aaron Hernandez, the reason why I think he acted out like he did, and he did the things that he for with Odin Lloyd, it's fucking proven that he definitely did it.
Yeah.
He fucking
the nigga
did
on cam. Well,
he on camera with the gun.
He on camera with
he
the
did
gun.
that one too, bro. Like he did the double homicide too.
He did the double homicide.
And that fucking car that the homicide was that happened with the homicide
was his aunt house.
His cousin's cousin's house. It was hidden in her garage. But
them her, the cousin and his girlfriend was the realest two niggas out of this whole situation. Well, if you ask me,
when it come down to his side of things, they definitely stuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, based on what I saw, let me tell you the reason why I think Aaron Hernandez did the stuff he did.
Wow.
Right, Aaron Hernandez is two things, bro, to me.
Mm-hmm.
He was a sociopath, which a sociopath is a person who does shit and doesn't care how it affects other people.
Yeah, that's true.
And he was a psychopath. A psychopath is somebody who does shit and doesn't care how it affects themselves. They don't give a fuck about the consequences of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have no problem harming or killing anybody.
So you think
that's what I think
he was just a sociopath and a psychopath that just so happened to be amazing at the sport football.
So was O.J. Simpson.
So was O.J. Simpson.
Like, let's be for real. Like, O.J. Simpson got off, but, I mean, we all know he killed those people. Like, come on. Come on.
Shit, let's mix that in a little bit. What? I mean, besides the fact that it was like, how many pairs of those shoes made that OJ had that they found the footprint at the scene that he wore when he killed?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was, but needless to say, it was a few pair of those shoes. It wasn't a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was some shit that he literally, like, they were like, that is that shoe. If the glove don't fit,
the thing about with OJ is the dumbass motherfuckers, instead of just trusting the case. This is how OJ really got off.
Mm-hmm.
The stupid ass police, instead of trusting the case that they could have built with the real evidence, also planted evidence at the scene. It was dumb motherfuckers. That's what they did. And if you got a fucking amazing lawyer like Johnny Cochran and you got that kind of flaw in your case, and that nigga played the race card, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got the flaw in your case that you got racist ass cops planting evidence because they want this nigga to go down that bad instead of just trusting the evidence that they had.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. Contaminating evidence because they incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. That nigga, Johnny Cochran went through the whole thing. He found every weakness, and he magnified them weaknesses in that fucking prosecution's case to the fullest extent.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Johnny Cochran did with OJ.
So, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think Aaron Hernandez could have got off with a better lawyer?
Not for that Odin Lloyd shit. Not for the one he got. But see,
it's the thing. He was on camera with that gun.
See, this is,
and it's not like you couldn't make out that it was a gun. You could see the handle. You could.
The second murders. I mean, the first murders he did, because the double murder happened before the Odin Lloyd murder.
That happened when he was at Florida.
No, it happened when he was on the Patriots.
That one happened. I thought he was at Florida when that one happened.
It happened in 2012.
Okay.
He was on the Patriots. He killed them, and then the Patriots had a Super Bowl run. Right? Like, I think they had a Super Bowl run and lost. Is that the year that they lost to the Giants the second time? I think that's when that was. He played. He definitely, after he did the double murder, because he did it. He did that shit to me. He got found not guilty of it, so gotta say allegedly.
Allegedly. But you think he did?
He got off with a better lawyer for that one.
Mm-hmm.
He did, but he wasn't getting off for the other one because it was too much. The rental car
was in his name.
That's in his name.
With the bubble gum in it.
With the bullet shell in it. With
bullet shell.
The casing was in it.
The fucking bubble gum, bro. He asked the lady, do you want a piece of this blue bubble-licious bubble gum? They got this nigga in the store buying that same blue bubble-licious bubble gum.
The damning part is the casing was in it.
Yeah.
From the gun that matches the murder weapon that the bullets was found in him. Aaron, the fucking tire print from that car was by his spot. It was by the murder scene. The fucking footprint from his Jordans was at the murder scene. They said that his lawyer tried to paint it that the other guys killed Odin Lloyd. The two guys and Aaron Hernandez was just fucking scared. But he on surveillance with the man the next day holding his daughter. And he on surveillance the next day hugging them niggas before they left his house. But he was scared of them niggas? No, he wasn't. But none of their footprints, his fucking Retro 11 Jordan footprint was at the scene of the murder. He was the one that got out the car.
Yeah. But still, why the fuck would he kill Odin Lloyd? Like, cause he used to smoke weed with him in the basement. I just want to know why the fuck would Aaron Hernandez just shoot the man for no reason?
This is what it is, man. When it come down to a person that's a psychopath and a sociopath, they don't have to have logical reasons to do shit.
They just do it. Fuck
they have. The reason why we don't know the reason, but why he did this shit is because in his mind, anything could be the reason, bro. In the mind of a psychopath and a sociopath, if they make up in their mind that you fucked them over or done them wrong or something of the sort, then it's reason enough for them to do something to you. And it don't have to make sense to nobody else but them. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Hernandez was delusional. And the fucking jailhouse calls that he was getting from his lawyer, he says, the lawyer joked with him, Nike, I'm trying to get you endorsements, but Nike said it's not going to be easy to put a Nike swoosh on an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah.
The nigga, the next sentence that came out of Aaron Hernandez's mouth was, well, can you get me a Smith & Wesson deal then? This nigga didn't.
I remember that exactly.
He didn't give a damn, bro. Like,
I think, honestly, the only person or people that Aaron Hernandez really cared about was, after his dad died, he cared about his daughter, his girlfriend, and his cousin. He didn't really give a fuck about his mom. He said he wished his mom was there with him so he could punch her in the face.
Bro, his mom was doing some foul shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
you saw the part. Like, she did some shit to fuck with this nigga mom.
Yeah, like she went and didn't she like have another nigga in his dad's bed type shit?
She was in she started a relationship with the cousin that he loved so much, husband. That's who the guy was. It was the husband of his. Family is fucked up. That's what
family was.
That's what that is. The only normal one is his fucking brother.
Yeah.
His fucking fiance is so damn stupid that she took the side of a fucking killer over her own fucking sister.
Yeah.
Like you know he killed the person because you disposed of the weapon, bitch.
Yeah, she took that bitch somewhere
that
and
was
got that shit. Ghost.
That was what the fuck was in there. He texted her to go behind the damn TV stand and get that shit. Said that box you looking for is behind whatever in case you needed to know it. And then after she got that text, she carrying a garbage bag. How many garbage bags have you seen where somebody needs to cuff it at the bottom? When you taking out the trash, you just grab the shit by the top, slink it into the dumpster. She had to hug the bottom of this bag to keep whatever the fuck from falling through it and falling out. That's what she was doing in the footage. Bro, that was her disposing of the gun, bro. They ain't gonna never find it. She threw it in the dumpster. And once that dumpster that's why a dumpster, no, I ain't no killer. But a dumpster is the perfect place to dump a body. Because all you got to do is know the trash schedule. So if you know the schedule, you put it in a dumpster, all you have to do is get through those 10 or 12 hours. Or maybe like if you go at like 2 or 3 in the morning, get through those fucking 4 or 5 hours, right? You dump the body in the dumpster. Make sure you dumping it in the dumpster where ain't no cameras is at. And once that trash truck comes and get it, and it gets delivered to a fucking landfill, it's lost forever, my nigga. Nothing is getting found. They will never find that gun because it's somewhere in a fucking Connecticut landfill. Or not a Connecticut, a Massachusetts landfill. And nobody is going to sift through 100,000 tons of garbage looking for a 3-pound pistol. It's not going to be found.
That is true.
Right? So all she had to do was know the schedule of the trash. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't even have to know the schedule. You know why? Because at the point in time, at least the way it was presented in this, they wasn't suspecting her of doing that shit until she was on the fucking stand in trial. So they probably won't even thinking about looking for the shit she done. Because they didn't get the surveillance from his fucking house until after the fact.
This shit's still crazy though. I mean, it's a good documentary though. I love the documentary.
And the documentary itself is good. Like,
but
I gotta.
Needless to say, Aaron Hernandez is definitely a sociopath and a psychopath mixed in one who was just
an amazing football player. This is the thing. This is the thing though. I was watching this documentary and shit was going along, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, the fucking high school quarterback said him and Aaron Hernandez was fucking. Just out of nowhere, and I was like,
blue.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that shit took me
shit
all
really
the way
took me all the way off. Cause keep in mind, I'm watching this shit like, all right, this Aaron Hernandez, right? Next thing you know, we were experimenting. I'm like,
like I heard about the whole before this shit ever came out. I heard about the rumors that he supposedly had a lover in jail. But, I mean, I didn't think that they was about to come flat out. And he was about to come flat out and say him and Aaron Hernandez were doing that.
I don't know. And they even got him in the joint when on the phone when he was talking about the people. Up there saying, he was saying these things keep walking around. Like,
he was talking about transgender people.
Yeah.
But he was a lot of. This is the thing about it, bro. I know because I got a family member. We got a family member who was just like this. The nigga is out of the closet now, but when he was in the closet, he was a big ass homophobe, bro. He slung the faggot word around like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like he would call any and everybody a faggot like it was no tomorrow. And he himself is now like a openly gay dude. So Aaron Hernandez using derogatory terms to talk about people of alternative sexual lifestyles is no surprise to me if he was himself of an alternative sexual lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? If he was of that too and he wanted to keep it hidden, homophobia is when people is rampant in people who try to hide that shit. Right? So the way he was referring to people in this shit was no surprise to me. No surprise at all. All right. But let's get into another part of the documentary, right? Let's get into the part of the documentary that's more on the field. On the field, right?
You getting into them pumping this nigga up with that painkiller drug that he was saying?
To keep him playing, and them saying that he had CTE for 10 fucking years by the time he was dead. He had CTE going all the way back to high school. Yeah.
I mean, that shit is believable. Yo,
I mean, he had CTE. They showed his brain.
Yeah, but just think about it. Bro, I'm looking at this documentary, bro. Even in that when he got up there, I'm Aaron Hernandez from Bristol, Connecticut, and I'm going to play football. You remember that video where he had on the blue shirt?
Yeah.
This nigga looked like he was already about 27. So, if you got a nigga who's that big and that ferocious and that good at the sport, you're gonna play him. Whether he's hurt, whether he's fucking... Nothing really matters when you get a player that good. Then, at the collegiate level... When this nigga is winning you games like that and winning you national championships, you're gonna play him. If you see this nigga get hit too bad, you gon' alright. And plus, when you got a player that's like that, he's not gonna want to come out the game because all that nigga all you know is football.
Right.
So, it was just, I feel like that was a mix of the coaches not really taking care of their players like they said, and then they was doping this nigga up.
They was doping all of them up. They toward all shots. That shit is, even when you see Chris Borland, that Wisconsin linebacker, I remember him retiring, bro. He played for one fucking season. They had like 107 tackles and just quit. He was one of the. That was in that.
That was the guy that was in this.
Yeah.
The bald headed dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a whole. It was a whole fucking slew of fucking players from the 49ers who just quit playing. Patrick Willis, Chris Borland, think Justin Smith. That's his name. Justin Smith, the fucking pass rusher. All them niggas just retired. All of them, I think they were all younger than 30.
And then even, I know you seen this, Luke Kuechly retired.
Yeah, Luke Kuechly had 7 concussions.
That's what I'm saying, like.
That's the thing, though. And this is like I'll take accountability on myself, right? When I'm watching my favorite teams, if it's in college, it's UNC.
Yeah.
If it's the NFL, it's the Titans.
Yep.
Bro, when I watch my favorite team, bro, unless it's a catastrophic looking injury,
you like, fuck it.
I'm like this. And can Derrick Henry get back out there?
Yeah.
If his ass get hit and he hurt and he got to walk off the field, I'm thinking, okay, I ain't see nothing pop. I ain't see nothing break. I ain't see no bone sticking out. When can he carry the football again? Because that's how we gonna win.
I mean, but yeah, football is a violent ass sport.
That's what I'm saying.
I've recently watched the Clemson LSU game.
Yeah.
That fucking linebacker for Clemson, Selinsky.
Yeah.
I was watching the game to see him straight clap niggas. Bro. And I'm like, and when they ejected him, I got mad. Because I'm like, yo, this is football. He clapped this nigga, let him play. It's a fucking championship game. These niggas are risking their lives out here to play this fucking sport. But then, I look back on it, think when I watched this shit and the CTE and all that, and I'm like, alright, he was really out there clapping niggas. How do I know he ain't really How do I know he wouldn't have really fucked that kid up?
Oh, fucked himself up. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the Junior Seau had CTE.
Yep.
And he was the one delivering the hits. He wasn't getting hit. That's what I'm saying though. Like, I'm like, shit. I'm not sitting up here. Bruh, as a fan, I'm worried about my fucking team winning.
Yeah,
I want motherfucking everybody who can go to be out there.
That is true.
You get hit upside the fucking head and you don't get diagnosed with a concussion, I'm like, get the fuck back on the field.
But these niggas be playing through concussions too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they go,
and this is from niggas who had concussions.
Yeah.
I know you had a concussion, and
I had one.
I've had 3 or 4 concussions during my high school career.
I had one concussion.
Bro, it started becoming every time I got put on the field, I was probably. I mean, I was one of the smallest people on my football team, and I would get hit hard as fuck, and it was ridiculous.
When I got a concussion, I was playing QB at the time. It wasn't when I was playing receiver in high school. I was playing quarterback, and I was at 6'1", like 245.
Yeah, you won't.
So I wasn't getting.
If you would have got, like, you got a concussion because a nigga really clapped you.
I got a concussion because I was down on the ground trying to get up, and somebody kneed me in the top of the head. That's what happened.
I got a concussion because a nigga hit me on a crack block. I was playing corner. Fucking the offensive nigga came and blocked me and smoked my shit, and I was laid the fuck out. He really, and the coach got so mad at him because the coach knew I was fucked after that, because the coach watched me get hit. He didn't have to hit me. All that nigga really had to do was just walk up to me. This nigga full-fledged game speed, game mode, ran up, boom.
Oh, in practice?
In practice, bro, and cleaned my shit. I knew I was in trouble because the fucking trainer ran over there. Coach Seco, I love Coach Seco. She ran over there, immediately made me take off my pads, my helmet, and I was done for like, I couldn't play no more. Like, I had to do concussion protocol and everything. I was concussed.
This is another thing. When I was in high school, you know how long a concussion injury was?
Like a week.
1 fucking week.
Yeah,
bro.
that shit is a week.
You was back. My nigga, like.
Now, and with a concussion, does the brain heal in a week?
I don't.
Fuck no.
I don't think so.
Fuck no, bro. Depending on the severity of a concussion and depending on how hard you really get fucking smacked, your brain might literally take like a month or 2 to fully heal. And that's if you really following the don't be on your phone, don't watch TV. Like, you really following the concussion protocols and shit.
But
and it's different levels to a concussion. Like, you can get hit and you not even feel it. Like, you straight, and then it's to the point where you hit and you knocked out and don't know where the fuck you at. I never been that fucked up though.
That shit right there is what we say as common sense people. And when you a fucking football player, if you ain't out there, you a bitch.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. When you get up into the higher ups, you get up into the Aaron Hernandez's, fucking Junior Seau's, Patrick Willis's, any real deal Holyfield football player greatness, right? It's football. It's winning. So if my fucking fingers are broken, I'm still putting them in the dirt, getting ready to play this next down. And that's the culture of football.
Right.
So putting CTE in this documentary wasn't really going, in my opinion, it's not gonna help. Because CTE It's so many of them football players that got CTE, and it's so many of them that brains are fucked and they're not killing people.
That's what I'm saying. Like the CTE shit, they put it out here to. I think they put it in here to maybe try to explain why he had why he was how he was. But I don't think. I think that motherfucker might have been just wired different from the beginning, bro.
Yeah,
and when he said something that lets you know he was wired different. I don't know if a lot of people would pick up on this part and connect it to why he turned into what he turned into. He said his fucking dad was the thing that kept him in line, bro.
Yep. And I peeped that. I peeped that when he said it. He was like, his dad was like the only thing that kept him. That was his. What's the word I'm looking for? Like his dad was like his cap. You know, like on a bottle of soda. This is the best I can put it. The dad was the cap. You take the cap off on a shaking bottle of soda, a nigga, cause I'm almost 100% sure that it was shit happening to Aaron Hernandez as, like,
his brother said he got sexually abused by another kid.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just sure like he was just going through shit. Everybody go through shit, and then you're a good football player. You going through shit on the team. You still playing along with the injuries and along with the feeling terrible and along with shit at the house. You know, they said his dad was like a heavy drinker. And he would come home with the violent outbursts with that shit. When you got all of that in one player who everybody is still looking at him, so he has to face every single person because niggas knew he was going to the NFL. Let's be honest.
Hell yeah.
Niggas knew he was going to the NFL.
The only reason this is the crazy part, like the Patriots lucked the fuck out in that 2010 draft because Gronk was coming off of an injury. Yeah. And he fell to the second round, and Aaron Hernandez was batshit crazy. So he fell to the fourth round. They was really 2 first-round talents, and the Patriots was able to get both of them on the fucking cheap.
Yeah. Like, and needless to say, fucking when the cap was taken off of the bottle is Aaron Hernandez, cap is the father, it led him to spill out. He spilled out. His father weren't there to tell him nothing. Ain't nobody who.
His father didn't even have to tell him nothing. This is the thing. His father was. The presence of his father made him behave differently. Yeah. The fucking fear instilled in him of his father made him act like a different person.
And then when his dad died, he had nobody to fear.
And he had. This is how you could tell he was a sociopath, bro. Not psychopath, sociopath. When his dad died, he wasn't even able to show emotion.
Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, I said that. They was like he showed no emotion at his dad's funeral. They was like it was crazy to look at him, and he was just emotionless, and it was crazy.
Bro, this is the thing, bro. Like. The only part of this that I found ridiculous, I'm gonna go back to it now, is the part of them not them explaining or telling about the gay shit that he might have done or was doing, but for the parts when they were trying to connect it and say that his killing was his mask for being gay.
No, man. See, that's the bullshit.
That's what that dude.
And I don't. I'm gonna speak on that for a little bit. Hold on.
Go ahead. Like, yeah, that type of shit was the most ridiculous part of the whole fucking thing. Like if I'm gay, my nigga. And I'm not. I'm not about to turn into a killer so people think I'm not gay.
Yeah, see, them saying he was killing people because he was gay.
They didn't say that straight out.
I mean, not straight out, but hinting, like implying that. That's not what happened whatsoever.
This is what they did, so we don't be sounding like we just putting words in people's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They implied that his behavior was outrageous because he couldn't be openly gay. That's what they implied. So they implied him not being able to fully be himself made him act out in other ways. And come on, bro. What the fuck? I mean, that shit is the craziest thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
I can't be openly gay, so I'm gonna be a serial killer instead.
Motherfucker, mask the gayness.
Which fucking life would you rather lead?
A life of a serial killer, or the life of a amazing gay football player?
Bro, like I ain't even trying to make a joke and shit, like, but I'm saying, like, when I was watching this shit last night, I said this shit out loud too, even though I was the only person in the room. I was watching this shit and I saw all these fucking gay football players that's openly gay now, and I said, I know that nigga Michael Sam is watching this shit like, man, what the fuck? I know you're talking. This nigga came in the league talking about he was gay and he got fucking, that nigga got banned. Like, get your motherfucking ass out.
Never mind, Gaza. We don't need you, bro. But I mean, long story short, Aaron Hernandez was just a psychopath, and I don't think I spoke on this yet, but why I think he killed Odin Lloyd was just the simple fact of maybe Odin was like, Odin, you know how like you be hanging with somebody, right? You hang with them a lot, right? Odin was probably really just like, I ain't really fucking with this nigga today. And when he went to Aaron, like, I'm not hanging out, like, I ain't doing this shit today. Aaron was like, I can't trust him no more. Gotta clap him. That's what I think.
Like, or so along the lines of some shit that maybe,
because I know it won't no money. It won't about no money.
Yeah, I mean, what
he didn't, from what I can see, he didn't do anything to the sister. Right? He didn't do anything to his family per se. So the only other reason I can see that he killed Odin Lloyd was just for the simple fact that he didn't feel like he could trust Odin anymore in whatever little thing or emotion they had.
But this is what I think happened. Somewhat along the lines of what you were saying, bruh. I think that the motherfucker was just noticing little shit in his mind that he was internalizing as reasons that Lloyd couldn't be trusted or had to be killed or whatever. Shit that probably wasn't even really happening, you know what I'm saying? But remember, we talking about the mind of what we presume to be a psychopath, right?
Yeah.
This nigga was probably noticing and saying and just making up whole narratives in his fucking head.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Like that's probably what he was doing, like saying, "Oh, Odin Lloyd didn't come over today. Odin Lloyd didn't want to be my blunt roller today," or something. Not to say any of this happened, just give an example. Then this nigga was he could probably take the smallest little thing that anybody did and spin that shit into a whole fucking narrative in his head.
I mean,
Case
the
in
guy
point with the drink
spilling. He spilled the drink on him by mistake. I'm pretty sure he spilled the drink by mistake and was like, "Oh, my bad, bro. Like, you good? You straight?" And he really just spazzed on him, like.
And he probably took that shit and just made up a whole narrative. This motherfucker he think I'm a bitch.
Yeah, and they said that in the thing. They was like, he had a real bad temper with people thinking they was testing him. Like, he was like he was like somebody could look at him for too long.
Hold on, let's get into something. Now, if that in that way only what I think his fucking being gay would turn him into a psychopath.
Okay, let's speak on that, because I think I know where you're going.
If he was feeling like somebody was testing his manhood in other ways, and he was already insecure about his manhood because he was doing homosexual shit, that might be the only way him being gay would make him act the fuck out. But I don't.
So you think like?
I ain't saying that's what happened.
No, but I'm trying to figure out like how I don't know why, but this shit is not clicking anyway.
All right, let me go. Like, you see, the way they painted it is that he didn't feel like he could be himself.
Yeah.
So he started acting out.
Okay.
Right? That's bullshit to me.
Mm-hmm.
But if he was insecure, if he was a closeted homosexual,
Mm-hmm.
he was insecure about that, and he was insecure about his manhood because he was a closeted homosexual. He might have been insecure about his manhood in general and thought that every fucking body was trying to punk him or bitch him or test him if they did anything to him.
Yeah, and that I believe that too. But see, with you saying that, right? I would want to see, and this would take a lot of extra fucking like research, but I would want to see how many people Aaron Hernandez had conflicts with on the football teams he was playing on. Because that would tell you a lot.
But they said
if you
he
got
didn't really, all the players that spoke on him said he wasn't like that. Said he was flamboyant or whatever. He was
like he was hype. Like,
yeah, like
they said you knew he was in the room.
Yeah, he was like a flamboyant, not like a flamboyant in a
like
sexuality type of way. That's
he
a
was
flamboyant.
He was just
center of
a
attention.
cool.
Nigga,
He was a cool guy around him.
Yeah, but they didn't say he had no conflicts with people.
So this is where that personality joint come in. That was Aaron Hernandez, the football player.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're talking about Aaron Hernandez, you can't talk about him as one person.
Yeah.
When you talk about, you got to be like, okay, I'm talking about Aaron Hernandez, the crazy person.
You mean you just gotta
like, cause it's like he's the football, the family man,
the serial
killer, murderer. That goes into the serial killer murderer category. Like, if you look at me and I think you tested me, I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
That's what I'm saying. But like, that's what I'm saying.
Because I believe with the Bradley dude, the guy he actually shot, that really more in lines with the if you cross me, I'm clapping you off of it. So, and I think the same thing. He did basically. This is what happened. You can find the reason why he shot Bradley is the guy. The reason why he shot the guy he shot is the same reason he killed Old Lord. And I think that is as close as you can get it to axing this nigga straight up. Why did you kill Odin Lloyd? And I believe those two are very similar.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, I agree. And what I was, I guess a better way to wrap up what I was trying to say is, if Aaron Hernandez, this is what I was trying to say. If Aaron Hernandez felt insecure because he was really gay, him acting crazy was him overcompensating in other ways.
Okay.
For his fucking manhood. So, like, if you ashamed of the fact that you gay,
he probably really felt like he had to take it there.
He said he felt like if he perceived any bullshit from you,
like
he had
as a
to take
threat,
it
he
overboard.
had to take it to that extent to show you I am a man.
How much of a man I am. He had to take it over. But this is the thing.
I believe
though.
that though.
This is the thing.
That and I can actually I can see that.
No fucking body who he was killing know he was gay.
Yeah.
So this is why come this nigga was crazy, son.
Yeah.
You know.
So not trying to be funny or anything, like not even trying. if Aaron Hernandez really would just come out and if he would have just came out.
I'm about to say he can't come out and do shit now.
That's what I'm saying. If he would have just came out right and just let niggas know he was gay off rip, and they would have just accepted him, how do you think that would have went?
Bruh, the shit that I said
I
minute ago.
I don't think they would have accepted him.
The shit I said a minute ago was a theory, bro. It was a fucking theory. Mm-hmm. It wasn't me saying for sure, because he was insecure about his homosexuality, he just overcompensated and killed people when they tested his manhood in other ways or when he perceived it. I just think that motherfucker was crazy.
Yeah.
Bruh, that was just a theory that maybe tie in the gay angle to why he might have been killing. But to me, the nigga was just fucking crazy, and he didn't fucking think. It was instilled in him from an early age of being a star football player and being without his dad. I think a combination of his dad dying and him becoming a superstar college football player who could get away with anything, he just thought that, bro. When niggas who think they can get away with anything don't realize they can't until they don't get away with the next thing. Mm-hmm. Bruh. That's what it is. Until you get caught up in something, as long as you getting away with shit, you think that's how it's always gonna go.
Yeah.
And sometimes, a lot of times, them type of people stay within their fucking bubble with getting away with shit, bruh.
And he didn't.
Say a fucking cheating husband might just cheat, and if he know his wife is a fucking doormat and she ain't gonna do nothing about it, he might just keep cheating. He'll stay within his bubble. He cheating at the motels and the hotels.
He would never bring that shit home. Exactly.
Aaron Hernandez, he might have felt like a crazy motherfucker. They don't stay within the bubble. They start pushing the boundaries.
They start really doing what they doing.
That motherfucker got to the point where he felt like, shit, man, I'm Aaron Hernandez. I can get away with killing a nigga.
I done shot 2 niggas
and that's
already.
The thing about it. He got away with killing 2 of them.
That's what I'm saying. He was like, I murdered 2 people.
And he got so fucking bold. He killed them in the city limits of Boston,
bro. It was in the open.
But he killed Odin Lloyd down the street from his fucking house.
Yeah. I mean,
and he felt like all he had to do was erase the surveillance tapes to get away with it, and he was too stupid to know how to erase all of it. He only erased a piece of it.
I mean, and if you I feel like it would have been a stronger case if the nigga wouldn't have got himself holding the gun. That's the big part.
He might have been able to, if he wasn't seen holding the gun in the surveillance, he might have been able to push it off on them other 2 dudes, on his fucking stooges. Yeah, he might, but they never found the gun because that girl did a good job getting fucking rid of it. But in closing, what I gotta say about Aaron Hernandez, man, all this bullshit they tried to paint that nigga as a sympathetic figure in this fucking documentary, and some of the shit is fucked up that happened to him. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The CTE shit, even though, like, I mean, you choose to play football and shit right now, I would go back and play. Mm-hmm. Knowing what I know about CTE, I still play.
Me too.
But the thing about Aaron Hernandez, bro, I don't feel sorry for that motherfucker. Bro, whatever he did, what he did.
I don't feel sorry for him either.
He
did what he did, and he looked out for his family in the inwards by killing himself.
He killed himself to circumvent that law, so the Patriots will have to pay him because he was no longer a convicted felon. Yeah. I think that whoever, I can't remember who said it. I think that was the curly haired guy, Odin Lloyd's friend. He said that shit, bro, and I think he was spot on,
he
bro.
Said, yeah.
I think he was spot on.
He said a lot of shit in that documentary, right?
Mm-hmm.
He talked a lot, gave how he felt, but that last shit that he said, about him being a man or whatever and doing what he had to do for his family, he was like, I would have did it too.
That shit was spot on. It was like he knew. It was like that. He let out no emotion that when he got convicted for life.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But as
soon as he got off for the second one, he was like in tears, and he was blowing kisses to his daughter like he was kissing her goodbye, because that motherfucker knew as soon as that other appeal was in motion, he knew that law in Boston or in Massachusetts would make his conviction be overturned. Because if you can't participate in an appeal, and that law got reversed now. Odin Lloyd's mom got that shit taken out of the books. But at the time when Aaron Hernandez committed suicide, if you had an ongoing appeal and you were no longer able to participate in the appeal, your fucking previous conviction is automatically overturned and you're no longer a felon. And that meant it was a possibility that the fucking Patriots was going to have to pay out the rest of that $40 million contract.
Yeah, did they have to?
I don't remember if they did or not, but they probably did. They held it back on the fucking strength of him being a crazy ass killer. They voided all that shit. But that motherfucker, I think at the time when he got off and he knew that appeal could go into motion after that, I think he had planned to murder his damn self from that second.
Yeah, probably.
That's it. Because if he got found guilty of the double murder, it wasn't going to be no reason. Because even if he wasn't going to be, he would have had to appeal them both. And he wouldn't have been able to do that shit. Because he would have had to appeal one, and that if that appeal failed, then appealing the other one, because he would have still been a convicted felon in one of them cases. But when he got off for the second one, for the double murder trial, all he had to do was get that Odin Lloyd conviction out of the way. And that motherfucker did it for the time being.
And to wrap all of this up, I just gotta be blunt.
What?
Fuck that. You saying he was gay. Fuck that. That don't even matter at this point.
Right.
This nigga was just crazy. That's all that you can really wrap up and say. He was crazy.
The CTE shit is more of a. I ain't taking none of the explanations.
Yeah, it's not
but the CTE shit was a more fucking plausible explanation.
A more solid explanation.
Yeah, it was more of a plausible, solid explanation than that fucking gay shit, bro. Than him just going off the rails because he was gay. And to wrap it up for me, I say I don't give a fuck about him.
I don't either.
So shit.
I mean, this nigga was nothing in my life. I mean, my condolences to the Odin Lloyd family.
The family of the double homicide victim.
Yeah, condolences to those families. But Aaron Hernandez was nothing to me except for a nigga that was catching a ball.
He was a fucking Patriot, so I didn't like him as a football player anyway.
I mean, and I won't even really on the football tip.
I respected his talent as a football player, but I didn't root for him. And as a fucking psychopathic killer, I don't give a fuck about him. I don't give a fuck that he hung himself. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't really.
Fuck him. That's how I say it.
Wrapping that shit up. That nigga was crazy.
Yep. Good ass documentary though.
Great ass documentary. You should watch it. It's definitely a good one.
Where we at? How many minutes?
An hour and 4 minutes.
What?
We talked about that for an hour.
The fuck?
That's why I was like, all right, we gonna wrap this shit up because we got a lot of shit to talk about in this show.
But let's get a little quick hit on this.
I want to talk about. Yeah, I was about to say I want to talk about a little Eminem first. Speaking of crazy people.
I don't think Eminem is crazy, but I think
Eminem had a more fucked up life than Aaron Hernandez. Let's keep that out there.
Yeah.
So if Eminem didn't turn into a fucking
He just rapped about being a killer.
But he probably really wanted to really fuck somebody.
But he didn't do it.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't do it.
About this new Eminem album though, it's pretty. It's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty okay. I mean, I can't say that I could review it straight up out of the. But I can. In first impression, the shit was pretty good. It was some good M. He had some good songs.
I mean, this is coming from me, somebody who sat up here, and I still stand by and say that motherfucker was garbage. I said this a week ago. I said, cause man, come on, bro. He ain't had a good album since the Eminem show back in 2004, when niggas was still prepubescent out this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas was still out here not able to grow mustaches the last time that nigga had a good album. So, excuse me. So, I'm not, but compared to, man, just off my first 2 listens, compared to the shit that Eminem was previously releasing, this is better than fucking Kamikaze and Revival and the Marshall Mathers LP2 and fucking Recovery and Relapse and Encore. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't go off and say that shit better than like Encore and the Marshall Mathers LP.
No, Encore. If you confusing Encore with something else, Encore is fucking terrible, my nigga.
I don't know.
Encore is the one with the one.
The red?
No, that's the Eminem show.
All right,
the Encore one is the one where he on stage and the curtains are blue.
Nah, yeah.
The one with the fucking peanut butter jelly chicken tuna sandwich lyric on it.
Oh, the shit with Mockingbird.
That shit.
I like Mockingbird though. But this album, I can say this album was definitely better.
Bro, like when Eminem was actually rapping on this shit, and he was rapping not with that fucking stereotypical white rapper voice, cause that's what it's become. That stereotypical fast rapper with the angry fucking inflections. That's the stereotypical white rapper voice to me. Eminem was rapping. He still was rapping fast, but he wasn't rapping trying to sound like he was fucking mad. Bro, like, I could kind of stand behind some of it. When he dissed Lord Jamar, that shit was fucking funny. And he said fucking, if it was Run's house, they would have had you fucking mopping the floors and cleaning sinks. Yeah, your group was off the chain, which was Brand Nubian. That was Lord Jamar's group. Him, Sadat X, Grand Pooba, Brand Nubian. Your group was off the chain, but you was the weakest link. He also threw a Punk's Jump Up to get beat down. Which is probably the fucking most. I say that Punk's Jump Up to get beat down might have been the most famous song from Brand Nubian until Grand Theft Auto San Andreas came out. Because, you know, they Brand Nubian song, just the song Brand Nubian, that's what it was called, was on Playback FM in Grand Theft Auto. So before, like, off its own strength commercial success, Punk's Jump Up to get beat down was probably their biggest commercial single. And that was when Grand Pooba left the group, which is even more of a surprise because he was viewed as like the best rapper in the group. But that's the thing. I like that shit too. I like that Eminem can compartmentalize, unlike 50 Cent, bro. Because 50 Cent, when he was beefing with Ja Rule, even though his Ja Rule beef started with some street shit on the rap tip, if you associated with Ja Rule, he didn't fucking like you. That's why he dissed Jadakiss. That's why he dissed Fat Joe, bruh. But Eminem, in another song, not the one that he dissed Lord Jamar on, he gave Grand Pooba a shout out. He said it was one of his favorite fucking rappers. But he didn't get mad at Grand Pooba because Lord Jamar is always talking shit about him. Even though a lot of shit that Lord Jamar says about Eminem, I fucking agree with. This new incarnation of Eminem anyway.
I mean, this new Eminem is like not some shit I really was fucking with listening to. I didn't even know he dropped anything until you told me.
It was a surprise album. It just came out.
Dropped it, but I mean, I won't even gonna listen to it. But off of first impression, the shit is good. I'm gonna actually listen to it, and then next week on the show, I can give you like full-fledged review mode type shit about it.
Yeah, I think
it's a good. The shit was straight.
I think Eminem was spitting. I like the shit where he at the in the first track, in the intro track, where he said, "If you diss me, I'm coming after you," like the letter V.
Yeah,
he had clever shit on here again, bruh. That's what and he was addressing the fact that I can see where he was coming from on the track where he was addressing that people were saying he was trash on other albums because it sounded like he didn't have nothing to say. He was just good at rapping, but he wasn't talking about shit. Mm-hmm. And then on the what's the shit, Recovery, that's the one with the American flag.
Yep.
He said on that one he had a message and everybody shitted on that. Then on Kamikaze he went back to his old style. His style since fucking like the 2010s at least. And now everybody's saying he too aggressive again. And what do you want from him? Bruh. I mean, we're executing these fucking things badly, my nigga. People wasn't, at least to me, I wasn't saying that shit sucked because of the message. I was saying it sucked because it sounded like fucking shit.
Yeah, it was bad. I didn't like them shits. I actually had stopped listening to Eminem. It was only like I would listen to his old shit.
Bro, I would say this, bro. And I know I got bit by the hyperbole bug when I went off on Eminem the other week. I can admit it, bro. I would say that I could genuinely objectively say that the Eminem show backwards were good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Infinite album.
Yeah.
The Marshall Mathers or the Slim Shady EP.
Yep.
Slim Shady LP. The Marshall Mathers LP.
Mm-hmm.
And the Eminem show. I can listen to and enjoy.
Mm-hmm. I can too.
Every fucking thing after that was fucking bad.
Even Relapse.
Everything after that was fucking bad. Bruh.
I was born with a dick in my brain. Fucked in the head. My stepfather said
that's what I was talking about.
And one night he snuck in and
that's
said,
what I was talking about.
Remember
last week?
My dick sucked in the
when I said
Eminem.
When I said last week we used to like this shit, but that shit ain't funny no more. Yeah. That was one of the fucking songs that was the era I'm talking about. We liked that shit because it was funny. That shit ain't fucking funny. It's not shocking, my nigga. The shit is just bad. Relapse is just fucking bad.
Yeah.
Encore is just bad.
Now, Eminem, I gotta give him his props and shit like 97 Bonnie and Clyde.
But that's on the Slim Shady LP.
But I'm saying, shit like that he was doing,
yeah.
He putting thought and craft into this fucking
Eminem,
music.
To me, he fell into a comfort zone.
Because he was selling diamond
10
records,
million
bro.
records. He got two diamond albums.
He's selling diamond albums, bro.
This is how his fucking album sales trajectory went.
Yo,
and
when you finish saying that, I'm gonna tell you, like, all right, even
go ahead.
Whenever you like a rapper and you that nigga when you rapping, right?
Right.
As long as your fans are bopping to that shit, you don't care what the fuck you make. You don't care that it's quality music. You're making what your fans like. And Eminem had them diamond albums, and he was making the shit that he got diamonds off of. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then the Lil Wayne effect happened to him.
Yeah.
Where like, okay, we not just gonna keep fucking with everything you make like that. Like Lil Wayne, like now Lil Wayne had to chill because he knew making rock albums, my nigga.
That shit was terrible.
Terrible. I mean, it's like, nobody fucking wants to hear that from Lil Wayne.
That's the thing, bro. Like Eminem fell into a comfort zone, and bro, the fucking fans, my nigga, they don't give a fuck. The stands, as he created the term, they don't give a shit. bruh. They are predisposed to like Eminem's music.
Mm-hmm.
But the fucking fans that was there for the quality started fucking leaving.
Yeah.
My nigga, like, that's why I could never stand any fucking group, bruh. I will or artist. I will hold any artist's feet to the fucking fire. I'm not fucking a stand for Tribe Called Quest or Wu-Tang. Nigga, they consistently made great shit. And when Wu-Tang came out with a Better Tomorrow, nigga, I didn't blindly go buy that motherfucking shit like the fanhood side of me said, just go buy it. There's a new Wu-Tang album, go get it. Did I do that? Fuck no. I listened to that shit first. I listened to We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service first.
Yeah.
I had heard that album 10 fucking times. Then I knew after the first listen I was gonna buy it. But I had heard it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple times. And I walked in the fucking store, put down the fucking $15, and I bought it because it deserved my money.
Yeah, that was a good ass album.
But that's all I got to say about this Eminem. I think it's a good comeback album from the 4 or 5 or 6 albums worth of dog shit he's put out. That's what I think. And with that being said and that sound being made, it's time to get into the album review for this week. Because we're doing an album review. We've been waiting for this since November. It got pushed back. And we understood that because she felt like she had to polish this album up. She had to make it into what she wanted it to be.
Which is totally respectable.
Mm-hmm. And it came out on January the 9th. We got a review of the Boot Camp mixtape by Hunter Amazing. All right? Totally unexpected direction that this fucking mixtape went in, bro. I didn't see it coming. What I was going to hear.
Not to mention this, she did what I love. She made a fucking concept.
That's what I didn't see coming. I didn't know that was what it was going.
She really made some fire shit.
Give me a snippet of the track With My Friends. Play that. Play With My Friends. Just play. Please play it. Turn this shit up.
Alright, but yo, it's just the last one of the night, yo. I'm having fun and shit, making money and shit. Shit getting risky, and these niggas feel like they on that ass.
Volume.
Cruising in my coupe, nigga. Gang them shooting out the roof, nigga. Chain stay, get your chain tape, nigga. Play hangman if you ain't tryna let it loose. Shots make them get low like a stoop, nigga. Chain so long that it loop, nigga. Gangland, ABK, man, you a lame stand on my own 2 fucking shoes, nigga. What? Move flashy, shut it down, can't fuck with it. Ayy, threw a party, fuck around, made a business. Ayy, you a probably bust a crowd to get in it. And your music party, shut it down, cause it's shitty. And I'm hooping Scotty Pippen, new number switches. And I got shit to lose, I ain't fucking kidding. And I got nothing to prove to you fucking bitches. Make the wrong fucking move, nigga, take the switch. You kid with my cash, you'll go miss. Sing in action like a pill, you'll get flattened. What's the deal, bitch? What's happening? I don't feel shit, I'm action. Paraplegic, I'm feasting, I'm leading the pack with it. I don't like leasing, I'm having it. Cruising in my coupe, nigga. Gang them shooting out the roof, nigga. Chain stay, get your chain tape, nigga. Play hangman if you ain't trying to let it loose, nigga. Shots make them get low like a stoop, nigga. Chain so long that it loop, nigga.
Good Lord.
Like,
Hold on.
I mean,
can we just talk about something real quick first? This whole fucking album was planned out, conceptualized, and written and produced by her.
Yep.
Except for this song, which is produced by
Another
a female DJ called Baby Doll E.
Mhm.
I think they friends from college.
Yep.
Bruh.
I mean, this shit is amazing. Like, this.
Cruising in my coupe,
Hunter
nigga.
Amazing didn't go and make some generic ass regular music that girls make nowadays.
About
Robbing niggas.
she
Playing
didn't-
Dr. Miami and cutting niggas in half. Like, this shit is an amazing album.
She did look.
Fucking production. This is a mixtape. An album. It's an album. I'm gonna call it an album. This is an album review. Lyrics. She's rapping. She's not, like, she ain't fucking come to play
Give
with
me
this shit.
Turn hard on. No, not hard.
This is my shit right here.
I knew you was gonna love
This
this
is
shit.
my shit.
I knew you was gonna love
Hear
it.
this fucking sample? This is singing, yo.
I knew you was gonna love it.
God.
He say it's coming sooner. She say just muscle through it. Hey, can't fake it anymore. My face been telling all. They hate I got ball, but I ain't settled down. Coming and rushing through. Heartbreaks overdue. I feel so confused. I just can't get through. Somehow I know I'll be okay. Darkness so consumed. I feel so
Keep it playing in the background.
This
Cut
is
some
like, this
Turn it down some
album
more.
is exactly what I needed, bro. I needed. Of course, she can rap. She can produce. I needed this. I needed this song, bro. This song right here is like one of them shits that I just vibe
Get your ass
with.
over there glowing and shit.
Wait, this is the shit, bro. This shit is the shit. Like, I can't. I fucks with this. I've been waiting for this.
Yeah. Ever since we first heard ever since we heard we reviewed the hard song, start listening to her other music, the fucking 22 O's,
Yep.
bruh. The other thing I like about this album is she enlisted fucking other dope ass female rappers.
Yes. No, but Hunter Amazing. You should make an album personally for me with you singing on it. That's what I want, fam.
Well, the second half of the album got a lot more of her singing on it.
That's what I'm saying, but
Like-
I want a whole album straight singing songs, bro. That'll be the best shit I can get right now. I need that.
See, this is the
Cause
type of
this is her killing shit with the rapping, and I can fuck with that.
See-
But I want a complete singing shit from Hunter Amazing. Cause
This is
that shit that I just played, that Refuge shit, is ridiculous, nigga.
But this is the thing. I pay attention to these type of details when I listen to the album. So as the album start playing and I realized that it was a concept album that started off with her getting into trouble with her parents
Yep.
and
Acting a fool in the church.
she couldn't leave the house, but she went out. She
Anyway.
left anyway. Met up with her friend. Her boyfriend was cheating.
Yep.
And they decided it was time to go regulate on this motherfucker.
Yep.
She got herself into trouble by doing those type of things because once they found him and decided to regulate on him, they was on a roll with the fuckery. So they went around the city, snatching chains, robbing niggas, and they got caught up. And she got sent to boot camp.
Yep.
And it seemed like the harder music is on the fucking front end of the album
Where she was
because
getting crazy.
but when she was out there doing reckless things, but the fucking softer, more reflective stuff is on the second half of the album to me, because that's when she was in the boot camp having time to reflect on the shit that she been doing in the first half of the album. You know what I'm saying?
When an artist can take this much time to write an album, map it to where this shit is basically a fucking movie with beats.
This is the thing, and the thing about it that I really, really liked about it but she wove her fucking the culture of her hometown of Chicago into it. Because in Chicago, things like this happens, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, things like this happen in every hood, but it was like she was telling a Chicago story, son.
You can't tell me this shit not hard as hell.
With the fucking Sky's the Limit sample or the Bobby Humphries. If you getting down to the Biggie joint, it's Sky's the Limit, but Biggie sampled it from Bobby Humphries. Is it Bobby Humphries? I gotta give a shout out, bruh, to another one of the female rappers. Go to the track. I can't remember what it's called. Damn it, the track with the Clips grinding sample in the beat, bruh. This is, bruh. You want me to tell you why I love that track so much?
Why? Because
she brought me back to my fucking high school. I mean, not even high school. When grinding came out, I wasn't in high school yet. She brought me back to my fucking middle school. She said, remember when people used to beat on the lunch table and rap? This is the fucking beat that they was beating on the lunch table every time. What's her name?
Yo, I'ma just go out on a limb right now and just drop this and say it. Fuck it, I'ma just say it. This shit right here, boot camp, this right here is the hardest shit this year, and it's January. So if you think you can make something as good as this, please let me know.
Call me Helen,
Cause I'm
hard of hearing. And this is the thing. Another thing I like is that she sampled fucking hip hop beats.
Yeah, she's
sampled
clips.
Sampled fucking Ice Cream Paint Job. Go back to the one you were just on. I got a story about this fucking song too. Let's let it play in the background while I tell this depressing story.
Tell the story, bro.
This fucking song made me depressed.
How?
Turn it down, son. I was listening to this song and I was loving this song. I heard this song. I heard a clip of this song before the album came out. So I knew I was going to like this song. I was like, damn, she sampled Ice Cream Paint Job. So this album came out. I listened to the whole thing. Then after I listened to the album, I was like, yeah, she sampled Ice Cream Paint Job. I'm going to go listen to Ice Cream Paint Job on YouTube, right?
Mm.
I went and listened to Ice Cream Paint Job. And I looked in the comment section. And in the comment section, niggas was like, I used to turn up to Ice Cream Paint Job when I was 4 years old. And nigga, when Ice Cream Paint Job came out, I was like 19. And I felt like an old man. I was like,
Damn.
nigga, you was 4 when that shit came out. Get your Zoomer ass out of here, making me feel ancient, yo.
That nigga said I was reading, and nigga said when I was 4, I was lit to this nigga.
When Ice Cream Paint Job came out, I was 4, nigga.
This nigga said I was 19.
Nigga said, this one nigga said, yo, if this nigga said Ice Cream Paint Job and listed another bunch of songs in the comment. He said our childhood was lit. I was like, nigga, childhood? What the fuck is
that? Was my fucking. That was my life at that point.
She direct her fucking song made me go listen to Ice Cream Paint Job, and that comment section was a reminder that I'm getting closer to death every day.
Getting closer to death every day.
I think every song on this fucking album is fucking hot, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I could do a song with fucking Hunter Amazing. Because I feel like she could make a song that I could fit on. Because this is how I be wanting to rap to niggas. I be mad when I be rapping.
But
so I don't be wanting to talk about no soft shit. I be wanting to punch you in your face, hit you with this cake, mace you in your face, let it spray it like some rain. I'm trying to get crazy on it.
This is the thing I like. When you got artists like her and like all the other artists we talk about that's independent, them motherfuckers is hungry, bro.
They hungry.
They out here they ain't complacent.
They
bro.
making great music because they're hungry.
Man, play the outro with El Garbage. Great fucking name, by the way. Great rap name.
Great rap name.
El Garbage. This fucking beat sound like the 90s.
Hunter Amazing, Boot Camp, 10 out of 10 for me.
Fucking amazing.
I'm gonna ride out to this right here on the podcast. How you feel? You got anything else to say? Or you...
We got the independent spotlight.
Oh, bear mind.
All my niggas creep. Pull to the repass with the triggers. Just might have to double tap on a nigga.
Tyke called my phone, she told me Hunter stop spazzing, cause I've been Nike in my zone. Yeah, I've been running the dash, sprinting head first to the cash. I'm snatching purses and statues, toe tagging worth his ass bastards.
Alright. Great fucking album. Told you we was gonna get this shit a real live review.
Yeah.
Not a reaction. And we sat with it for a whole week. Alright, let's get to the independent spotlight. What you want to do first?
Well, I'm on a fly right now. I actually gotta find that shit. So I mean, just fuck it. We can just talk right now.
Give me the filibuster. Nigga.
Yeah, just fuck it. Filibuster. Talk a little bit.
Well, right now I gotta take a massive fucking leak, but I'm gonna hold it in until we get done.
Sweet. This nigga said I have to go. It's no fucking. It's no if and buts or coconuts about it. But fucking first independent spotlight, Jack TP, Big Bang Roll.
Yes.
This is I'm gonna straight up tell you, bro. I was in the car going to get some food, listening to SoundCloud. the niggas that was for Jack TP on this list was not cutting it for me. I was about to cut off SoundCloud, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard some shit that sounded like The Witcher, right? I got the big bankroll. That shit. I was like, hold on. I was like, hold on. This nigga, he got something here. So I'm gonna just play that shit because I can't do the song.
Right. We continuing on with more great music, bro.
More great music. This shit is great. I was like, this shit sound like The Witcher.
It do sound like I never even thought of that.
This sound like fucking what's my shit called? The Witcher.
Yeah.
Produced by him.
This is my favorite part. Big bang roll. You know what I like about this song the most, besides how it sounds?
What?
The fact that when you hear I keep a big bankroll on me at all times, niggas, you might think it's just about to be another flexing anthem.
Yeah.
But instead, he took it in the other direction to say that just put in song form how he worked hard and is continuing to work hard to get everything he wants out of fucking life.
I love this fucking song, bro. This shit, because it caught me off guard. It was just one of them songs that I was like, what? Like,
and this is the lyric he just said, bro. He was like, he just works hard. He ain't got to fucking sell dope and he ain't got to rob.
bro.
He's subverting the expectations of what a song that sounds like this usually is.
Like big bankroll. You usually equate that with I sell dope. That's why I got this big bankroll. Like
I got a big bankroll and I used it to buy a fucking $50,000 change or some chain or some shit. He took that shit the whole other direction. And then just not only took it the whole other direction, executed that motherfucker though. Because having a good idea and making the good idea sound good to other people are two different fucking things, bruh. Come on, man. Praise. Give this shit the props.
This shit is great, nigga. This shit is, bro. I sent this to you, nigga. You know how I felt about this song, bro. This is my shit.
This shit is fire, I was
listening to this shit earlier, actually. This is my shit.
Bro, this shit is just
And that was Jack TP, Big Bankroll. It will be in the description.
All this shit.
All of this shit gonna be in the description.
Cause that's how we do it. We put people in the description so you could just click on they shit.
And I got one other independent spotlight.
Hold on, bro.
You got one?
Which one are you doing?
I was doing this. I don't know. That PK delay.
God dang it.
While you finding that, this is PK delay. What you've been told.
I gotta get the track. So I sent it to you.
You sent it to me.
I'm trying to find it in William Price's fucking tweets, but he got 1 million of them shits. I couldn't find it.
This right here is PK delay, and I'm gonna find that track that you're looking for right now.
I got it.
I don't know what you've been told. See,
Damn. Freak hoes, loving them freak hoes. Just turned 24, little mama, I'm beast mode. Pico, pretty to Pico. My neck and my teeth froze. I look like a cheat code. We free hoe, worry about me though. I ride till I die, I'm hot as a heat stroke. Fly till I die, my hollows is lethal. But these niggas got egos. I promise I won't change. Getting dollars in small change. My nigga just maintain. Big homie just told me to maintain. Bang bang, but niggas don't gang bang. Sweat gang, we tryna just stay sane. Little niggas ain't not on my mind frame. These little niggas is not on my mind frame. Ain't getting money, but that's just a no-no. We copping switches, we picking my Cocos. These bitches worry about pictures and photos. But my niggas be cracking these hoes though. In the city, they call me the weirdo. Cause I go with these niggas that won't go. They be hiding their feelings, they won't show. I guess we'll never know what nigga like. Ayy, fuck these niggas, ayy. Ayy, fuck these niggas like. Ayy, fuck these niggas like.
This is why I love doing this. This is why I love.
Fuck these bitches like.
This is why I love doing this, bro. This is why I love this.
Go.
Turn it all the way to the beginning. Give it all. Give
just told me to maintain.
Give it all the way to the beginning.
This nigga PK delay.
Ayy.
Yeah, bro.
Damn. Freak hoes, loving them freak hoes. Just turned 24, little mama, I'm beast mode. Pico, pretty to Pico. My neck and my teeth froze. I look like a cheat code. We free hoe, worry about me though. I ride till I die, I'm hot as a heat stroke. Fly till I die, my hollows is lethal. But these niggas got egos. I promise I won't change. Getting dollars in small change. My nigga just maintain. Big homie just told me to maintain. Bang bang, but niggas don't gang bang. Sweat gang, we tryna just stay sane. Little niggas ain't not on my mind frame. These little niggas is not on my mind frame. Ain't getting money, but that's just a no-no. We copping switches, we picking my Cocos. These bitches worry about pictures and photos. But my niggas be cracking these hoes though. In the city, they call me the weirdo. Cause I go with these niggas that won't go. They be hiding their feelings, they won't show. I guess we'll never know what nigga like. Ayy, fuck these niggas, ayy. Ayy, fuck these niggas like. Ayy, fuck these niggas like.
Bro,
This song leaves me speechless. Cause it's like, okay, I could say that this is a good song, but you heard the song and you already know it's a good song. I can tell you the beat is fire. You heard the beat. The shit was slow, got fast.
that
I can
progression,
say
yeah, that progression is what I love.
the
about
nigga
this shit
is
the most.
flowing on this shit, bro. And he is just, he made a fucking bomb ass song, bro. This shit is worthy of being fucking number one. Every song we played today is worthy of being number one in fucking the US, in the world, in everything.
This is what I'm saying.
It's people who is scared of this shit.
Why fucking I hate to do it, but I have to do it because this is just me. We got music like this song where this man put creativity, he put fucking lyrical fucking talent. He put him and the producer had to crap unless he produced it.
No, he didn't. It's produced by this guy named Manny. Shout out to Manny and PK Delay.
Him and the producer had to sit down with this fucking song, right? And fucking craft this shit together. You don't just make a song with that kind of progression in it.
No.
Out of the blue. You
No.
sit down with the fucking producer and y'all together put your fucking two noggins together and you create music like this. With a purpose.
That was some real life.
You
Okay,
understand?
we about to really make it
You
here.
understand? You create an album like Boot Camp with a fucking purpose. You create a song like that Big Bankroll song with a purpose. Let alone we got people like Justin Bieber sitting out here telling fucking people to stream his new piece of shit on repeat.
Bro, that song.
To turn it down.
That shit is.
Mute your phone and just put it on a playlist and 20 yummies on a playlist and stream it all night while you sleep, burning up your electricity, having a fucking fire.
I didn't even want you to say that song's name.
This is what I'm about to shit on.
Fucking trash.
I'm about to shit on.
It ain't even worth me shitting on it. Bro.
I'm gonna shit on it because of what he tried to do. He trying to get his piece of shit to #1 by telling people to stream it over and over. Stream it while you sleep. To have your phone in there about to catch on fire, streaming my piece of shit song that didn't nobody have to put any effort into. I wrote down a bunch of random bullshit on a piece of paper. I went into the booth and spit it to a random ass bullshit build your first trap beat instrumental that somebody can fucking
first track.
Some fucking Build-A-Bear fucking factory ass beat to some garbage ass song that I only even heard because I saw Megan Thee Stallion shaking her ass and I wanted to click on the video and see the full shit, and that garbage was playing in the background. The booty cheeks got me up there, and as soon as I heard yummy yummy, I ain't gonna lie, I watched it for about 10 more seconds and then I turned it off.
I love the honesty. Motherfucker said, I watched it for about 10 more seconds, then I said, fuck Justin Bieber, the video ain't that good. The cheeks that's clapping on this video will not make me listen to Yummy Yummy by fucking Justin motherfucking Bieber. Yo, the recovery, I gotta put this out there. If you listening to the Recovery Room podcast and you got this far and this is the first episode you listen to, we don't fuck with that bullshit music. We like real fucking music. And when we talk about the independent spotlight and when we talk about artists and we talk about their albums, we really fucking like those albums and we really think this music is good. This is not for fucking play.
This is the thing, bruh.
And Justin Bieber, for real, you know that song is dog shit.
That's why you out here begging people to stream it, because if the song was great and you have the profile of a super fucking star that you have, nigga, you wouldn't have to beg fucking people to stream it because they would be doing it voluntarily. But nigga, Justin Bieber has made good fucking songs.
He has. But I'm going to keep it real with you. If you streaming anything, stream that fucking Roddy Ricch. Because that's who they're fighting to get. And I
don't like that album.
Fuck it. I'd rather stream. I'm streaming Roddy Ricch before I stream Justin
I'll stream that
Bieber.
Song Jump Out of the Coop with the box. I'll stream that shit 50 times in a row. Nigga, whenever I listen to that song, I can't. But the rest of the album, not bad. It's good. It's just generic. Okay. Well, but I'm not about the shit on Roddy Ricch because that fucking box, that shit is fucking great. But
all right.
Anyway, just to wrap up that little rant, bro. People might listen to this shit and hear every episode and hear us fucking giving good ass reviews to every. But that's because, nigga, we listen to thousands of shitty independent songs to get to the 3 good ones that we review every week. So we ain't biased, nigga. We already know we like the independent artist before we play it because we've heard it. And we've heard fucking 4,000 pieces of garbage to find this gold.
Exactly.
All right.
This is Next Direction featuring William Price. Ahmad Latif. I knew I was gonna fuck that up. I ain't want to read it. I was really gonna be able to read it because I knew I was gonna fuck it up. But alright, let's go.
Hey, yo, Tavares, play that joint.
Tavares, Jordan.
Pause it. Bruh, the fucking beat is already sampling the interlude from the fucking Super Duper Fly album by Missy. That me and Timberland make it niggas want to bite our style. La 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 la. That's what the beat is. Start that motherfucker over, please.
Tavares, play that joint.
Tavares, Jordan.
Yeah, nigga. Yo, my nigga on hella stressing. Do whatever whatever's necessary. Just mix a special beverage. He gave me extra leverage. Oh, that's a blessing. Just took my L and left it. Just got through meditating, trying to figure out the next direction. I'm trying to dead depression. Life ain't fair, it's reckless. Word to our Lord, world in my palm when I carry weapon. I am feeling very legend. She say I'm very aesthetic, cause I'm at the cheddar feather. Whatever that predecessor. People used to charge y'all, and now wanna pay me mine. Y'all don't need to apologize, my nigga, just pay me mine. When see you at the top dry, watch it go nationwide. With full coverage, America hate to see me shining, but show the hood loving. It's about time, ain't about flossing. Take my time, nigga, I ain't stalling. Been had mine, nigga, I'm ballin'. Father time is on my side. Mother Nature, she in autumn on my cake like Aunt Mama. Uncle Tommy say he awesome in the ville tonight. Niggas doing well, and that's the key. I mean, I'm really nice, but niggas couldn't tell the swag is mean. I'm trying to feel tonight. Pull a couple L's and add a tree. I got my business right. Took a couple L's and added C, cause that was necessary. My nigga on hell is stressing. Just mix a special beverage.
Took a couple L's and added C.
I took my L and left it.
Limited Liability Corporation. You call a business a LLC when you niggas better fucking learn.
But that right there connect us. Oh, that's a blessing. I took my L and left it. Just got through meditating, trying to figure out the next direction. I feel like nothing can hurt me. Sometimes I just think to myself, I'll climb to the top. I was just at the bottom with Xerxes. I came out the hole and I gave you verses of gold. I'm constantly working, throw all my loads. I'm trying to get high. I'm messing my God with a purpose. Certainly, I'm hot to the third degree. You niggas be still in the style, that's perjury. It's hard for me not to feel like I'm the best when I'm knowing most niggas is worse than me. Y'all irking me. I do this shit for real. There's too many in it, making up an image. I give it the blood, the sweat, the tears. I'm in it to be the best living like I only move for them nights.
Talking about these joints. Bro, with the Ahmad Latif verse, you know what I like? I like this shit. I like structured rap.
Yeah.
It was a part in the middle of the verse where he played fast and loose with the beat, right? He kind of let himself get off the beat. He let himself, the hazy vibe of the song, he went with it. He was getting off beat purposely. And then the fucking beat kind of had like a little pause in it, and then the bass drum dropped again, and that motherfucker started snapping on every fucking beat of the drum. He was like, all right, I'm getting loose with it. Boom, tighten that shit back up just like that. That's fucking lyrical and flow skills, my nigga. Lyrical and flow fucking skills. You understand me? That shit is not easy to do. William Prize, we don't have to tell you about him, because if you listen to us, you should already fucking know. Like,
exactly.
He freestyled, him and As Us, the rest of the As Us crew freestyled for 20 fucking minutes in a row for us a couple months ago. 20 fucking minutes.
20 minutes.
Bruh. We already know what's up with him. Right? He said he was at the bottom with Xerxes. Motherfuckers was kicking niggas down the hole in 300. I jump out the hole and give you verses of gold. What the fuck?
Bro, I don't know, bro. Like, these last few songs that we did, these songs we did today was like, this podcast was just amazing today. I just want to shed light on us.
Guess what, nigga? We the best at this.
We are the best
shit.
at this shit.
Even though we're the worst, we're still the best. You know what? Fuck all that.
With that being said, shout out to all the independent artists we did today. Hunter Amazing, PK Delay, Ahmad Latif, William Prize, JTB.
That's all.
That's all of them.
All the fucking amazing rappers and shit. Taiki from the Hunter Amazing album. El Garbage, Lisa Lee, Baby Doll E for producing with my friends. That fucking song is so fucking hard.
Yo,
Cruising
shout
in
out
my
to
coupe,
all of
nigga.
them. Tavares
Gang
Jordan,
them
who just produced that beat.
Shooting out the roof, nigga. Chain hang, get your chain take. We can play hang, man, if you ain't trying to let it loose, nigga. Hey, man.
Yo.
You got anything else to say?
Nah, I'm actually done.
All right. How long we been going?
Almost 2 hours.
Fuck.
1 hour and 54 minutes.
Let's just stop it before, because if somebody see 2 hours, they're gonna run the other way. Stop it. Stop it.